Hey everyone! So I'm Ashni from enchantmenot.org with another video tutorial for you. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to install WordPress in about 5 minutes. Obviously this changes depending on your internet connection, as you do have to download and upload some files. So I originally had this tutorial as a tutorial on my website, and I'll leave the link below. It's very detailed, showing you exactly what you need to do in order to install WordPress quickly. And if you're a person who prefers reading a tutorial rather than watching one, I strongly suggest that you take a look at it. So the first thing you need to do is go to wordpress.org and download the latest version of WordPress they have available. It's extremely important that you go to wordpress.org and not wordpress.com, as wordpress.com is a place where you can get a subdomain hosting of WordPress, while wordpress.org lets you host the WordPress on your own site. So my internet connection today is being extremely slow, so I downloaded the latest version of WordPress earlier. It's the WordPress 3.1.4, as you can see down here. And then the next step is to go into your cPanel and go into your file manager. I personally prefer using the file manager because it's got so many useful tools, as you'll see in this video. So what you need to do is click on the file manager. It's under the files tab, so if you don't immediately see it, just look around and see if you can find the files tab. It won't be in the same place as mine because you can just easily pick and drag these into different locations, and that's true for all the different options you have in your cPanel. So click on the file manager and it opens up this window pane. Don't get confused by everything that happens. You need to make sure that in this area over here, you're in the public_HTML. This just means it's the public directory where anyone visiting your site will be able to see the pages and the content you have. If you aren't there, you can either type it into that little text area there, or you can click on the public HTML option here and it will just refresh everything for you. So now you need to go and upload the file or upload the WordPress zip that you downloaded earlier. You can do that by clicking this upload button. It opens up a new tab, and as I said, my internet connection is slow, so I've already uploaded this to my server and it's all done right here, but I'll take you through the steps anyway. So you go to the choose file button and you go to wherever your downloads are and choose the WordPress file. And once you do that, this little tab opens up and it'll copy across all the files and everything that you need. So once you're done with that, you can click on this back to whatever your home is, and it'll take you back to where your files and everything have been stored. So as you can see over here, I have two different versions of WordPress, and that's because I installed this one a few days ago. This is the 3.1.4, which is the latest version we have, and as you can see, it was last modified today. So you can go and click on the file and choose the extract option. This allows you to extract all the zip files inside the folder and this is one of the reasons I love the file manager, because you don't have to upload each file individually, which takes a lot of time. You tend to forget files or lose directories or put them all in the wrong place. Instead, you can just upload the zipped version of the file and it automatically does all of that for you. So click on the extract option and you can select where you want the files to go. So I'm just going to put this in a subfolder called testing and then click on extract files. And it'll just give you this extracting archive window, and once it's done it'll just give you a list of all the different files that it's extracted, which are the generic WordPress files, as you can see here. And if you are a tech savvy person, it shows you it's creating the WordPress directory, it's inflating all these files. It then creates the WP admin directory and opens all the other files in there. And you can just go through and quickly have a look and see all the different files you would have had to upload if you were using the FTP manager instead. So once that's done, you can click on close. Usually your pane uploads itself. If not, you can just click on reload and you'll see that the folder appears. Mine was called testing. So you can just double click on that and it'll open up. Now I don't want my WordPress site to show up in a folder enchantme.org/testing/WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'll double click on the WordPress folder, click the select all tool, and then move all these files into the testing subdirectory, and then just choose move files. This is just a personal preference. It's also so that wherever you open up the file, you can easily move it around to other areas in your site if you want it to be in the main directory or somewhere else. I already have WordPress installed on my main directory and I don't want the files to overlap. So I did it this way. And then you can just go and delete that WordPress subfolder as it's empty, there's nothing. So once you've moved all the files into this subfolder and you've deleted any unnecessary files, you can go to the installed versions location and see what shows up. If you followed my stack correctly, you should get this pane where you need to create a configuration file. This helps you set up the database file where the file connects, or where your WordPress connects to the database, and it does this for you automatically, so you don't actually have to go and change any of the names or variables yourself. So you can just click on the Let's Go option once you get to this page, and you'll see a form pop up. So now we just need to create the database for this and fill out all the information we need from the database into this form, such as the name or the username, the password, etc. So you can just go into your cPanel, and the database is another option that you have. You can set up the database yourself pretty easily by clicking on the MySQL databases, and it opens up this page. It may look confusing at first, but it's pretty easy to use. So you want to create a new database, and I'll call it testing, or WP testing, since that's the name of the subdirectory. And once you've done that, it'll tell you that you've created it and that you can go back. And then you'll see that the WP testing is here. The size of the database is currently 0 megabytes since, well, nothing's been made on it. And then you can add a new user to the database. So I can have the user's username as WP testing. Now this is a very important bit. You need to go and generate a password for, or you need to go and enter, you need to enter a password for this database. I like using the password generator as it creates pretty secure passwords, and I mean, there are characters that's extremely safe. The only thing is you need to make sure you keep a track of this copy, or you keep track of the password copy, because if you don't, then if you ever need the password again, or if you ever need to modify the database in the future, you could run into problems. So once you entered the username and password, you can create the user. Make sure you copy it across the password. If you haven't already, I suggest you do it now. And once this page comes up, you can go back to your WordPress setup. The database is, I've got the password, or I'd save the password, so we can just paste it there. And you can get the username by just selecting this. That would be the username, and since we have the same database name and username, you can just put the same information there. Before we can hit submit though, we need to pair the username with the database. So we need to hit go back again and come to the bottom of this page. So we want to go to the EM and org WP testing user and add them onto the WP testing database, and then click on add. And then you need to make sure all privileges are granted. If you don't, then some of creating a new database entry or editing a database entry or a post on your website won't work properly. Then just click on the make changes. And once all of this is done, you can go back to your page and hit submit. And you're done. Now you can just run the install, set up your site however you'd like it to be, and you have WordPress running on your site. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them either on my site or on this video, and I'm more than happy to help you out. Thanks, and stay tuned for more videos from enchantme.org.